I'm Becky Walsh. Any of you who've been following my films know that when I've been seeing clients and there seems to be particular themes that are coming up, like themes of our time, I believe that we're all part of a collective consciousness. This is why, you know, the steam engine was invented by more than one person in the same week. The light bulb also, I think the television set also. Inventions tend to happen at a point of like surgence of consciousness that seem to kind of like come together. I mean, there's the story of the 100 monkeys. If you don't know what that is, I won't bother explaining it. It's in my book, you do know, but also you can find it online. Type in 100 monkeys, and it's kind of like this idea that we are all part of a collective consciousness, a law of resonance that all seem to kind of like undulate and obdulate at the same time. We see it in nature, otherwise how do birds fly in one direction and suddenly know how flying in a different direction, or fish in the sea, or whatever you want to say, but we have a collective consciousness. We're more like animals than we realise. And at the moment there seems to be a collective consciousness around rage, especially in women, and yeah, I'm not really so much talking about sort of women raging against guys, but actually just women getting angry, like this internal anger that comes up, this utter rage, this indignance. And I think it's showing up like a lot in my friends. I'm seeing it a lot in clients, and they're kind of saying, I don't know where this is coming from, because I'm not naturally an angry person. Like, I'm, you know, Mrs. Happy-Go-Lucky. I'm not an angry person, and yet I'm finding that there is this, and it's like, it's in your solar plexus, and it's like, I need to, you know, just this, it's just furious feelings. And it's been showing up in my life in different ways. But yeah, this kind of rage, and I think it's that feeling of I've had enough. I've had enough of finding, I mean, like, women are pretty harsh to other women. Like, I mean, I didn't find that being so much the case when I lived in America. I mean, my American friends watching are going to be going, oh my God, you mean it's worse? You mean it's seriously worse in the UK? Yeah, actually, that sounded a bit Irish. Yeah, it's kind of worse, believe it or not. But actually, I found in America, especially studying at California Institute of Integral Studies, name check, a real sisterhood. That's where I really started to really love women. But here, I just find that there's this sort of, well, I don't know, when they talk about kind of like having man up or having testicles, I mean, some of these women literally wear them as dangly earrings. It's insane. And I think that this rage is not a rage against men, but it's a rage of, I'm done with unconscious bias from other women to other women. I'm done with the conscious bias from men in the way in which they perceive women, which we don't help. And one of the ways in which we don't help it is by saying little things like, oh, I might be a little bit stupid, but I was wondering, how do you do this? When you actually know how to do it, you just don't want to do it, you want them to do it. Oh, come on, we've all done it. I think it's time to actually look at that rage and allow it. Like, I mean, I don't ever mean directing rage at another human being. That's the wrong thing to do. But what I do mean is about finding that rage inside of yourself and kind of like going, okay, actually, yeah, I'm going to use this as rocket fuel and power for me to go and do the thing that I want to do without apology, without regret, without fear of being abandoned. Because that's the key, isn't it? As women, we really want to fit in. We want to fit in, want to be part of the tribe, want to have the right fashionable handbag. Oh God, I've never been like that. But it's this idea, we're sold stuff on this idea that we want to fit in and we don't want to miss out. We want to look like we belong, you know. It's like kind of, it's just who we are. Not because we're women, but because that's the way that we are built in DNA. Because if you try and have children on your own in a tribal situation where there isn't a Marks and Spencer's, a Sainsbury's and other food sources are available, then you're going to freaking die, aren't you? That's not going to work. So in order to survive within, we need a community as mothers. We want communities in order to be able to bring up our children and raise our children safely. So, you know, if our man person thing goes and gets killed on the hunt, we are still in amongst the community and we are accepted. So this is like a biological need to be accepted, and I'm not saying deny it, but the problem is that need to be accepted then holds you back from doing anything where someone's going to look at you and go, oh, I don't like her shoes, oh, she's standing on that stage and she's being too, she's too this and she's too that, she's too whatever. Yeah, good, it's about time you were too something. Good, It's about time you were loud and obnoxious and brilliant and wonderful and brazen. It's about time you were all of those things. This is what the rage is saying. Had enough of playing small. Had enough with not being significant. Had enough with thinking, oh, well, at my age, maybe I've missed the best years of my life and it's all a little bit over. Over it. Ready to embrace your rage. Because your rage is your passion. And it's amazing how many women right now are feeling this sense of rage. So don't repress it. Find a way to direct it, not at a person, but at a project, at a passion, at something that you want to do. Even at an emotional block, there's something that's holding you back that you go, get angry about it. Get angry about your programming. Get angry about your programming. Doesn't suit you, you don't deserve it, and you're ready for the next stage of your life. At any stage of your life. You're ready for the next stage of your life. That's what your rage is telling you. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with being angry. Being angry says you're awake.